Retiring overseas, rules are changing. Visas, banking, digital IDs, and more. We're going to talk about some of those things in this video. And I've been watching a number of videos from other countries, Thailand, Vietnam in particular. A lot of things going on, and all across the world. Different countries over the years they changed their visa requirements, and there are just in Southeast Asia, something that's been in the news very often lately. Thailand has frozen a lot of bank accounts, and a lot of people are taking not just foreigners and expats, but a lot of Thais are taking their money out of the banks. And there are articles about the government trying to fix the big issue they created with their attempt. They're trying to shut down money laundering, basically, and but what they've done, people react. Government does something stupid, people react. Vietnam also, I think they have closed tens of millions of bank accounts. They're again trying to shut down corruption, fake bank accounts. I will try to put a couple links in the description of this video to a couple of the videos that I watched. But same thing, people don't trust the government. They don't trust the banking institutions anymore. Fortunately, here in the Philippines, where I've been for 10 years, we haven't heard anything about that. The WEF, some of you know what that is, World Economic Forum. And members of the Thai ruling parties have gotten closer to that group in the last few years. I understand that Vietnam has sent people to those meetings, and they're just following along and getting in lockstep with some of the desires of those who would like a world government to have total control. Thailand and Vietnam, I think they're both. Vietnam is coming out with a digital ID that's going to be tied with your visa system, your banking, travel, all that type of thing. So if you want to travel, you've got to have your fingerprints and your face. Your face will be your ID. And what if you get a scar on your face or grow a beard? Will that facial recognition block you from, or at least deny you, at least temporarily, the ability to travel or to transact financial transactions? By the way, the rest of this video is going to be a hobble ride. A hobble is a motorbike taxi here in the Philippines, and going from Cebu City into Mandaue City, going north up into Consolation. So that's going to be on the video here. The Philippines here, just in the last month or two, has made some changes to several of their visas. Their SRRV, their retirement visa, still exceptionally good deal for those who have retired from the military, not just U.S. military, but possibly other allied militaries around the world as well. Very, very low deposit, I think $1,500. Still, I think the fee may have gone up a little bit to $1,500. I think it was $1,400. It's gone up just a small amount anyway. That is $1,500 US to be deposited if you are retired out of the military, and it also now includes their own. If you've been involved or a higher official in some of the world organizations, WHO, various different organizations, you could qualify for that as well. And I've done a lot of videos with JR of JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services, and you can get pre-qualified using somebody like that. And his contact information is always in the first comment of my videos, and also in the description of my videos. You go down a ways in his contact information. He's got offices in Cebu City and Dumaguete, as well as Manila. Also, if you enjoy these kind of videos, consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments always help the algorithms. There are other ways. PayPal, buy me a coffee in the first comment of every video as well. Anyway, let's get back to the one thing is certain is that over time, over the years, things will change. Especially even Europe now. I've read that they are going, the European Union, they are going to one of these digital IDs as well, where your face basically is going to become your ID, and it's going to, I suspect that they're trying to tie it in with your banking and everything else. What does that mean? People trying to control what you do, where you go, how you spend your money, all that type of thing. And we'll see. Hopefully there's a lot of pushback against that type of thing. I think the UK, Britain and the UK just made a new law about that, everybody has to have a digital ID. I have a couple of British friends here that are retired, have bought condominiums here in the Philippines, and I wonder how something like that will affect them. Will they have to go back, or at least go to an embassy here in the Philippines to get a digital ID in order to just to take care of business? Somebody will correct me from the UK if I'm wrong about that, but I believe I've heard that a couple times, something like that. And as you're watching this, if you've never been to the Philippines, I'm in Cebu City, which is between Cebu City, Davao City, the third largest cities in the Philippines after Manila, metropolitan Manila, which is, what, 20 times larger population size, something like that. But lane lines, it's kind of a free-for-all, but it works, very efficient. Lane lines are barely suggestions. You know, you'll see vehicles, four-wheel vehicles using both lanes, and where there's 2 lanes, they'll make 3 or 4 lanes out of it. Where there's 4 lanes, they'll make 5 or 6 lanes out of it. And yeah, it gets a little crazy. It does get a little crazy. And very few, you know, in the West, in America, I think in Canada and probably in much of Europe, there's no shortage of enforcers. There are local police, there are state police, there are federal police, lots of different people who can give you citations for a number of different things. And you know, I've told people here, yeah, you cross a lane line and they might pull you over and give you a test for drunk driving, something like that, sobriety test. Here, it happens all the time. It's accepted. And boy, some of these, yeah, you get, as you can see, get a little tight here in between the vehicles and the barrier, but it works. Getting back to banking, like in Thailand, I've read a couple of comments. I follow a couple of different YouTube accounts from Thailand and Vietnam, and the one guy was showing some comments he got, and they froze this foreigner's bank account who had been there many years, and going into even, I think, past the 3rd week, going into the 4th week, he still was not able to access his funds. And I have not heard anything, any rumors about that sort of thing here in the Philippines. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Imagine, and a lot of these guys, just like all over the world, retirees, pensioners are kind of paycheck to paycheck, basically. And imagine not being able to access your funds. Now, when I first came here, I think it was after I'd been here over 6 months, and I was getting my pension check deposited to my U.S. bank account regularly. And one month I didn't get it. I waited a week, still wasn't there. So I called the Social Security Administration, and they said, "Oh well, we overpaid you, so we sent you a letter that would have went to the address I used, my daughter in the U.S. That we were going to stop your deposits for 6 months, or you had the choice of we would lower it for I don't know, give you a smaller amount for a year or 2 years or something like that." Well, I never got the letter. My daughter probably never opened it. So I never heard about it. And they said, well, if you want, you can go to the embassy U.S. Embassy in Manila and apply to have it just reduced for X number of months. And I didn't come here broke. I had enough reserves, so I said, no, I'll just go without a check for 6 months. And well, you could have those kind of issues, not because your own bank or your own government, but by a foreign bank. You're retired in a foreign country, and there's more and more push by this WEF and those types that they want digital IDs, they want digital currency, so that they can track everything, so that they can stop all the money that is not being taxed. They want to be able to control everything, tax everything, and not only that, but there are those, like China has this social credit system. If they don't like what you're doing, what you're saying, how you're spending your money, they could limit your access to your own funds. Those that those that go to these big elite meetings don't worry about flying and polluting the air with all their expensive travel, but on the same note, they want you and I to travel less. And there's this idea of 15-minute cities. Everything within, you can travel, everything you need should be within about 15 minutes of you. So you can walk, you can bicycle, you can take a taxi or electric vehicle, that type of thing, to limit your travel. You're polluting person to control what you do, how you spend your money. Integrity, the one site in Thailand, Integrity Legal Thailand. He's an American, but he's an American lawyer, but he's also gained Thai citizenship, and he's a lawyer I think he's in Bangkok, and he does a lot of really good videos on this type of thing, very passionate videos, well spoken. If you want to check out Integrity Legal Thailand. And I forget the other guy. The guy has a business and family in Thailand, speaks very good Thai, but they have pretty much taken as much money out of their bank accounts in Thailand. He's married, so he, instead of being on a married visa, he has to keep 600,000 Thai baht in a bank account. But there's another option, just to prove that you have, I think, over 40,000, the equivalent of 40,000 Thai baht in income every month. So he's taken a lot of his money out of the bank because of all these freezing bank accounts, and gone to that method, just proving how much monthly income he has. He has a business there, and he can prove that income, as well as income from, I think, the UK is where he's from. His one Vietnamese site is Duong Global Business Consulting Group. DUONG Global Business Consulting Group puts out a good video about this. And like I said, they've frozen, I think it's over 40 million, closed 40 million different bank accounts, and I think the population is up in the 90 million. So that's over half the population, and most of that population is younger people who don't have bank accounts. So big chunk. Banking in the Philippines is different people have different. Every bank has a little bit different reasons if you can open a bank account. And if one won't, you just go to the next one. Sometimes it's who you know. If you know somebody that has a bank account there and they can give you a reference, that helps. But yeah, the bank, not only the bank itself, the bank name, but the bank branch as well. And yeah, if one bank won't open an account, go to the next bank. And pretty easy to move funds from the USA, Canada, other Western countries into banks here. Anyway, that's it for now. Looking forward to your comments. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video.